Hey yo, what's up? Today I'm gonna be doing teriyaki chicken with some mushrooms and broccoli and some udon noodles. Being that the last episode was so long, I'm gonna try to keep this one as short as possible. So you better be listening carefully and pay attention to what I'm telling you to use. And if you do it exactly like I say, it'll be delicious. Check it out. Alright, so we have a whole host of ingredients. First of all, we have the Japanese udon noodles. You know what I'm saying? We have soy sauce. We have mirin sake. It's basically Japanese cooking wine, but it's sweetened. We have sriracha, and this is basically, once the meal is already done, if you want it more spicy, you can use some. If not, you can skip it. It's optional. We have granulated sugar. We have vegetable oil. I don't need a lot for this. I just need a little bit. You can substitute the vegetable oil for olive oil, whatever you want. And way in the back, I don't know if you can see it, but we have broccoli and mushrooms. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we're gonna fry along with the steak to give it its flavor. If you're wondering what kind of steak I'm using, this is just what happened to be on sale, which is top sirloin London broil. I don't really care. I'm just gonna cut this up into little pieces and eat it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to do fajita meat or whatever, go on ahead. But this is what I'm using. It'll still get the job done. Wok frying pan, as usual, just like the last episode. And behind me, I have a pot of boiling water. It is in a large pot. Once it's cooking, we're gonna, soften up the noodles, take that out, get it very delicious, and then I'll get to the part where I'm actually stir frying. But you know what? Forget that. I'm gonna just show you me boiling the noodles, me doing the udon, and me seasoning the vegetables and the steak and everything else. So check it out. Alright, so we got the water boiling for the noodles. Now what I forgot to mention is you do want to have some black pepper. Forgot to mention that. Yes, black pepper is important. That'll give some seasoning to the meat, and it is necessary. Once the water starts boiling, we'll start cooking that up. But before we do the udon noodles, I forgot to mention that with the steak, we need to cut this up in little pieces, right? I mean, how fun would this be as teriyaki chicken if it wasn't in little pieces? So let's cut this up. Let's get this done as quickly as possible. Just open up the package, lay the meat on a plate, throw out the plastic. Grab my knife. Start cutting this up. Now, if you choose to cut this up as you cook it, you can, but I'd rather cut it up raw. It makes life a lot easier, and it'll make the meat cook that much faster. And being that this is London broil, I'm probably gonna have to cut these up into smaller pieces. Actually, I know that's what I'm gonna have to do because this is a big hunk of meat. We want to keep this bite size and as full of flavor as we can. Alright, so now that we got this all cut up, forgot to mention salt. I don't know how I did this recipe without or basically forgetting salt and pepper, but you need salt and pepper. You're gonna need salt for the teriyaki sauce, and you're gonna need salt for the meat, so that way you can add some seasoning to it before you put it in the fryer. So we're gonna add some salt to the steak. what I'm saying? This is all chopped up, like I said, in the little pieces. And we're gonna add some black pepper. And we're gonna add some more of this to the teriyaki sauce as we make it. But this is just to give flavoring to the meat till we get to the point that we're ready to fry it. So I'm gonna start heating up the wok right here with some of the oil and get this going. Now you wanna start the flame at about a 7. And you want to pour about 2 tablespoons of oil, less if you're on a diet. Let that get warm. And what we want to do is we want to cook the meat first, get that halfway done. Then we're gonna add we're gonna start adding the vegetables. So we're gonna add the mushrooms next, then the broccoli after that. Then we're gonna start adding more of the seasonings and incorporate everything in stages. But you'll see as I do it. I'm just waiting for the burner to get hot and the pot of water to get hot so I can start cooking these noodles. These udon noodles, I mean, it's not really different from, say, spaghetti or I mean, it kind of reminds me of, say, like Alfredo kind of thing, linguine, whatever. But I mean, in terms of cooking this up, you want to cook this at about the same time that you would just some regular spaghetti is what I'm getting to. It's not the same, it has its own unique flavor, but cook it about the same length of time, you know, 10 to 14 minutes, boiled water with a pinch of salt and some oil, and it basically softens up like spaghetti, you know. But it's not the same spaghetti, but it's udon noodles, you know what I mean? Just letting you know that. So let's wait for this to heat up, and once everything heats up, I'll get back at you. Alright, so the wok is starting to get hot, so we're gonna take our marinated meat of salt and pepper and steak and start adding this to the wok. Remember, be careful on the way in. You don't want to burn yourself. Don't have little children in the kitchen or they might get burned. Alright? Now see, y'all probably think, when I talk about burning yourself, I'm just wasting my breath and saying something. Look right here. Look right here. What is that? What is that? A burn. You want to know how that happened? Because I was doing some chicken yesterday and I was paying attention, but at that moment I wasn't paying attention. Now mind you, I was also wearing these. I took every safety precaution, but that still happened. Alright? Be careful when you cooking, man. You can get hurt. I've been cooking for over 15 years, but that one moment I wasn't paying attention when I was doing the molasses chicken, putting it in the oven, top burner on a rack, burnt my arm. That quickly. Pay attention. I'm not wasting my breath here, I'm trying to warn you. Because this hurts, but I don't have a bandage on. I'm trying to let it get some air. Had some Neosporin and a Band-Aid on it earlier. But seriously, pay attention. Alright, let me wash my hands real quick. Now, while this is cooking, what do we need? We need, I guess, a spoon with some holes in it. Let me stir this around. You can also use a wooden spatula. We're gonna do it in stages. We're gonna take our time with this. So let that brown up some more. Broccoli and mushrooms are still over there. Get this going. Matter of fact, rinse off this plate. Alright, so our boiling water is ready for the udon noodles. So we're gonna add just a teaspoon of oil, just a little bit, not a lot. and a pinch of salt. And to the water, get that going. Then we add, this is a 10-ounce bag of udon noodles. We're gonna add the whole amount. This is about, let's see, 5 servings. So just use the whole amount of udon noodles in the water. Each bushel of udon has some plastic around it. Just unravel it without dropping it like I just did. Add it to the water. Or you can slide it off now that I've just remembered. Add it in. And let that cook up. Let's check on our meat. It seems to be cooking up very well. Alright, let's go ahead and add the mushrooms. If you want softer broccoli, you can add the broccoli now. But if you want more crunchy broccoli, like my wife and I do, don't add your broccoli yet. Just hold on to it. Add it after the mushrooms wither and cook down some more. But for now, just let the mushrooms mix in with the fat of the steak and the oil. Let everything get mixed in. Cook down. Just check on the noodles. It's cooking. It's doing its thing. You can use a fork for that. Alright? I mean, if you want to use tongs, you can. But boiling water is not going to hurt you. It's this damn grease that'll hurt you. So, be careful of that. So I'm gonna let this cook down a little bit more, and I'll get back with you in a minute. Alright, so the mushrooms and the steak is cooking pretty well. Got the udon noodles still going. We're gonna add the broccoli right here. You know what I'm saying? It's about 1/3 of a cup. Gonna add that to it. Let that get to the cooking. And the udon noodles will go last. And we'll start seasoning this because it cooks up pretty fast. We're gonna add the, once again, the mirin. It's basically cooking sake. Let me open this up. And you want to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons. Add a tablespoon of black pepper. Or whatever desired for your taste. For me, about 2 tablespoons. You want to add some salt. About a tablespoon, actually a tablespoon of salt, because we're also going to add some soy sauce, and soy sauce already has some salt in it. No, wait, hold off on the soy sauce. Hold off on the soy sauce. We'll do that last. But what we will do is we'll add some sugar. And with the sugar, you want to add about 3 to 4 tablespoons of sugar. Get some sweetness going on in there. And mix it up, fry it up, mix it up, fry it up. Get that incorporated. And we want to add, now that I think about it, we want to add some water. So let's get a cup of water. This coffee mug is a cup, ain't it? So we're gonna add a cup of water, but actually not a cup, half a cup of water. Splash it in there. Mix that up. Alright, let's check our noodles, see if it's firm yet. It's not quite there, but it's almost there. It's almost ready. And for that, we're gonna need a strainer. Something to strain it, something to drain the water out, but hold the noodles in. Strainer. Alright, now we're gonna take out our noodles and strain it. Once it's been strained, we're gonna add it right back to our frying pan, to our wok. Now we just add more of the same that we already did. Add some more meat in. About another tablespoon and a half to 2 tablespoons. Add just a pinch of salt, not much, just a little bit. Add the soy now. The soy, you want this to be about maybe 2 to 3 tablespoons. You don't want to OD on this, because if you do, then it'll make the meal too saucy. So we want to do about 2 to 3 tablespoons. We want to add some more sugar, but this time we only add about a tablespoon of sugar, tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half. And we want to add just a little bit more black pepper, about a pinch. Don't want to OD on it. And from here, we just mix this up, let it fry some more. And we're gonna let this continue to cook until everything incorporates with flavor, and then from there we just eat it. Alright, so we've let the wok fry an additional 3 to 5 minutes. But what you want to do is, if you tasted it and you're still not satisfied with the flavor, if you want more and funk to it, we can add a little bit more of the mirin sauce after it's been cooking a little while. And the reason why I keep adding little by little is because you want to cook it, then taste it, see where it's at. Add a little bit more. Cook it, taste it, add a little bit more. Because if you add everything all at once, it's not going to cook into, you know, the noodles and the meat and the broccoli and everything else the way it's supposed to. So I like to do it in layers or in timing, in sections, almost like you're barbecuing chicken. So we add a little bit more of the meat in, about a tablespoon. Add some more of the soy, another tablespoon, and a little bit more of the sugar, probably about another tablespoon. And then from here, we whip it around, check it, taste it, you know. And after that, it's pretty much done. So I will continue to fry this up, and I will show you the final result after this. Alright, so this is pretty much fried up all the way. I'm gonna serve this into a bowl, and we'll try this out. See how it's going. See how it's tasting. Alright, and from here, let me show you how this is looking. Yeah. Steak with broccoli and mushroom and udon noodles teriyaki style. It's crazy. And I figured it out. But it's crazy. And I figured it out. So, if you don't mind me, let me taste this and tell you what's the deal. Try some of this steak first. It's just the right balance of everything. Follow this recipe. If you want to make this meal, man, if you like what I'm doing, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and if you happen to have some paper, hit the donation button, make a donation. I don't care if it's $1 or however amount you want to do. If you're able to do it, I appreciate it. If not, that's cool. Spread the word. Let people know about the Drunk Monk's Kitchen. This has been steak teriyaki with broccoli, mushroom, and udon noodles. I'm your boy, the Drunk Monk, signing out. Appreciate you for watching. Thank you.